good evening, guys. Continuing further with cost accounting. Earlier two classes we did the first two chapters, introduction to cost accounting, that is a theory chapter, and then we completed material cost. Now we take the next chapter, that is labor cost. Again, a common chapter for TYBCOM semester 5 and FYBAF semester 1. Again repeating, a common chapter for TYBCOM semester 5 and FYBAF semester 1. Now when we did the first chapter and also the previous chapter, I mentioned that there are three elements of cost. I mentioned there are three elements of cost: material, labor, which we also call it as wages, and the third, overheads. So three main elements of cost: material, labor, overheads. We discussed in the first chapter also in detail. We did the first element previous chapter in detail. Material in detail means to the extent what is prescribed in your syllabus for TYBCOM and FYBAF. Now we go to the next element, that is labor, and here what we will be doing is finding out the cost of labor. As I mentioned, alternate name for labor is wages. What is wages or labor? When the workers work, the remuneration which we pay to the workers for taking their services, that is called as wages. Remuneration paid to the workers for their services which they are giving us. They are working in the factory. They are helping us in production of goods. That is labor. So the cost what we pay to the laborer is my cost of labor, or alternate name wages. So wages is the remuneration paid to the workers for using their hard work, using their services which they are giving us to help us in manufacturing the goods. Earlier we had discussed direct and indirect wages. I am not getting into this right at this stage. So here what I explained, that is more than enough as far as today's class is concerned. And again I am repeating the same thing what I have repeated in all my lectures earlier. I will keep on explaining gradually according to the lecture, according to the part what we are doing right now, because if I explain everything together, you all know my system, everything will go bonus, so I'll explain gradually. Okay guys, coming back to the chapter, as I told you, labor cost. Here what we are going to do is find out the labor cost. That means the cost which you have paid towards labor given to the workers who are working with you. Now again here, as I mentioned, there are different parts. So we will go gradually, and the first part what I am going to discuss today is, I am starting with bonus plans. Bonus plans, or we also call it as incentive plans, are the plans. You know what happens? Say for example, you are giving a worker an hourly rate. You are giving a worker a rate of 50 rupees or say 100 rupees per hour. Now what will happen? The worker will work. If he works daily 8 hours in a day, 8 into, say you are giving 100 rupees, what I told you. So each worker will be getting 800 rupees for his services for 8 hours work. He will work and you will pay him 100 rupees. Now you know what is there? You give them an incentive. You tell them, see, 800 rupees, so anyway I am going to give you. But if you produce more than your target, if you produce more than your target, we will be giving you additional incentive in the form of bonus. Bonus incentive is same. It is an extra payment made over and above the normal payment. Bonus or incentive is extra payment made over and above the normal payment, and the objective, the intention of making this bonus or incentive payment is so that workers are encouraged to produce more goods. Obviously, when they produce more goods, you will be able to sell more goods. If you are able to sell more goods, you will be able to earn a higher amount of profit. So bonus plan or incentive schemes are the schemes where we give the worker some additional payment in addition to their normal payment, so they are encouraged to produce more number of goods. There are different incentive plans which are there in your syllabus, which we will be covering. And in addition to the bonus and incentive plans, there are also normal calculations which we'll be doing after we complete the incentive plans. Don't worry, whatever order I follow, end of the day, whatever is there in your syllabus, everything will be covered in the next few days. So as I mentioned, today we are starting with incentive plans, or we also call it as bonus plans. Again, as I mentioned, there are different in that. Now what I am doing is, I am just discussing two right now, and we'll be doing two sums, one each on both of them. If time permits, I will take more. But right now, I am planning to discuss the two plans with you, what I am going to do. And I am planning to take one basic sum on each. If time permits, I'll take more in this session. Okay guys, so coming back to bonus or incentive plans. As I told you, there are many, but I am doing two, of which the first plan is Halsey premium plan. The first plan is Halsey premium plan. The first plan is Halsey's premium plan. Now see guys, Halsey is the name of the person. You know, there are many financial analysts in past, you know, who have developed some ground rules. As and when you all study now, you all will come to know there are different experts in past. See, when you are calculating something now, one thing is sure, everything has a logic. Everything has a logic, and the financial experts or the cost accounting experts in past have developed some incentive plans which we are going to do. And out of that, the first one is Halsey's premium plan. Halsey, H-A-L-S-E-Y, is the name of the expert who has developed this. Halsey pronunciation keeps on changing. Now what exactly here you have to do? As I gave you the example, you give the worker X amount per hour. So that too he is going to get. In addition to that, you will also give him some incentive. In addition to that, you will also give him some incentive. So the normal payment plus the incentive will be the total cost for you. You means the person who is doing the business. So cost to the business will be the income to the worker. Whatever you are going to pay to the worker, your cost, worker के लिए income. How we do FYBAF का basic? If you buy goods, for you it is purchase. Now when I say you are purchasing goods, you will purchase goods when somebody is selling. For sales for one person becomes purchase for opposite person. So if I pay wages to the worker, for me it is an expense, and for the worker it is an income. So right now, initially I am discussing the first plan, that is Halsey's premium plan. Now see, here we have to find out our cost, or you can say earnings for the worker. Okay, so whether you say our cost or you say earning, it's one and the same thing. I have made two extra sums, one on Halsey and one on the next one, that is Rowan. First, let's read the questions. Accordingly, I'll write a formula. See what it says, extra question 1, the Word document is there. From the following information, calculate the earnings of a worker under Halsey premium plan. They have given you actual hours worked, time allowed and the rate per hour. Actual hours worked, time allowed and the rate per hour. Okay, now see, first there is a formula under this. As I told you, always there is a logic behind each formula. So here the formula is what? Let's give the heading. Premium is plan is Halsey premium plan. Earnings of worker, or you can just say earnings is equal to, when I say earning matlab from the worker point of view. Now see what I told you first. First you will pay him the normal wages what he is entitled. So what you will do? Hours worked. Hours worked is what he has actually worked upon into the rate per hour. Earnings under Halsey premium plan will be hours worked into the rate per hour. Now listen, this is what you are going to give him normally. Now what I told you starting में, this is a part of bonus or incentive plan where you are encouraging the worker to produce more by giving him extra bonus. So now the bonus part. So what I told you, this too you are going to pay plus bonus. Now here you will pay 50% bonus. On what we will see in some time. 50% means 50 upon 100. You can also call it as half. Now, half of what? You are giving incentive. Now, if you see in the question, they have given you time allowed and they have given you actual hours. So, what happens? Bonus will be given on the time which will be saved. And what will be the time saved, you know? So what you will do? Plus 50 upon 100, put a bracket. Time allowed. Time allowed means the time what is given to him minus say hours worked minus hours worked, and this you will multiply by the rate per hour. Let me see, everything is coming. Yeah. This you will multiply by the rate per hour. So, under Halsey premium plan, the earnings of the worker, or you can say cost to us, will be the normal payment, hours worked into the rate per hour plus 50 upon 100, that is half, brackets mein time allowed. What you have given him the allocation that you have to do the work in so many hours. Now if he does the work in same time, there is no bonus. But if he does the work in a lesser time, he will be given bonus. So time saved, and time saved is nothing but time allowed minus hours worked. Even if you write time saved in the formula, calculation will be the same, but I am going according to the formula which is prescribed in the syllabus. Because sometimes what happens, the person who is correcting the paper, if you write some different words, they may deduct marks. So let's not give anybody a chance to deduct your marks. So 50 upon 100, brackets mein time allowed minus hours worked into the rate per hour. So this is the first part, hours worked into rate per hour plus half, 50 upon 100, time allowed minus hours worked into the rate per hour. This total will be the payment for that particular worker. I would suggest you all, what I have done earlier also in other subjects and other years, that wherever there are formulas, after I complete or right now only, behind the page, you write all the formulas in your own handwriting. You write the formulas in your own handwriting, so it will become easier for you all to remember. Write down all the formulas in your own handwriting, so it becomes easier for you all to remember. Okay, now see, we discussed the formula. Now let's see the data in the question and execute the formula and get the total earnings. Now see, actual hours worked is how much? 50. So what you will do? Hours worked 50. Okay, see, I am using the full board, so it looks bigger and you can understand the concept very clearly. Into the rate per hour. What is the rate per hour? 20 rupees. So 50 into 20. This is the normal earning. Now, plus incentive 50 upon 100 plus 50 upon 100. Time allowed. Now see, what is the time allocated? Time allowed is 60. So put a bracket 60 minus hours worked. That is 50. So in short, you're getting it. 60 hours were allocated to the worker. You are told 60 hours where you have to do this work. He completed in 50 hours. That means, can I say he saved time? 10 घंटा बचाया. So because he saved 10 hours as compared to the normal time, you are giving him the bonus. This is the objective of, or you can say objective or motto of giving incentive or bonus. Multiply the rate per hour, that is 20. So in short, this so you have to anyway give him. This you will give him when there is an incentive in the form of saving in time. Got it? Sure. Let's calculate further. 50 into 20 gives you 1000 plus 50 upon 100. 60 minus 50 will give you 10 and further multiply by 100. Continuing further, 1000. This is 10. 10 into 50 upon 100. That will give you 5. And so you can make it further. 5 into 20. 5 into 20 is 100. Therefore, your total earnings will be 1000 plus 100, that is 1100. The total earnings will be 1000 plus 100, that is 1100. Got it, guys? So now see, again I'll discuss. 1000 is my normal payment. This is extra 100 rupees. So you gave additional 100 rupees to the worker. You gave additional 100 rupees to the worker for saving these 10 hours. So what happened? From your pocket 100 rupees went extra. But the workers were motivated and he gave you a higher production. आगे जाके वो भी आएगा. But right now this is enough. You saved 10 rupees, or the worker saved 10 hours, sorry. You gave him 100 rupees extra for that and he saved the time. So जो time बचा, in that he would have produced more goods. So हमारा भी फायदा as a businessman, as a company, that we got more production. More production means more sales. More sales means more profit. And the worker also get extra incentive. So this was the first plan, that is Halsey Premium Plan. Got it? Now since I have started, what I do, initially few lectures I will focus only on Halsey and Rowan because they are the most important. Now understand, when I say they are the most important, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि बाकी का important नहीं है. Everything is important, but normally Halsey Premium and Rowan plan has a bit higher weightage. They can ask you anything from this chapter. We'll be covering everything, but I always start with this because this is having a bit higher weightage. Got it, guys? So this was Halsey Premium plan. I'll just pause the video, I'll take the picture, and I'll be back with the second plan in this video only, that is Rowan. So one basic sum on Halsey, one basic sum on Rowan, and the next few lectures from the next class onwards, we will focus a bit detail in both the plans. Today we are just focusing on the basic. Okay, I'll just be back. Okay guys, continuing further, as I mentioned, first we did Halsey Premium plan. Now we take the second important bonus incentive plan, that is Rowan plan, or we call it as Rowan system. Just remember Halsey and Rowan. Again, Rowan is a financial expert, or you can say a cost accounting expert, who has developed this incentive schemes long back, and still it is implemented today. As I told you, the main objective is to encourage workers to work more and give additional time. Now, Halsey में क्या था? Normal earnings plus bonus. Here also normal earnings plus bonus, but normal earning का calculation is same, but bonus differs. Halsey has a different incentive plan. Rowan has a different incentive plan. Let's see. Again, I'll start the same way how we did for Halsey. Earnings. Okay, what I told you, normal earning is same. What differs is bonus. Normal earning is same. What differs is bonus. So normal earning में क्या करेंगे? The actual hours worked, or you call it as hours worked. Actual hours worked, or you call it as hours worked, multiply by the rate per hour, multiply by the rate per hour. That is same for Halsey Rowan. Now here bonus plan will change. Here bonus plan will change. What was there in Halsey? We took 50 upon 100, correct? But here there is no percentage. Here what you are going to take is proportion of time saved to time allowed. Time saved is nothing but what we did in the previous sum. I told you the difference between time allowed and hours worked. But I'll go as per the formula. So this will be plus, this is normal. Now the second half of the formula is based on incentive plan. That is time saved in proportion to time allowed. There it was 50 upon 100. Here it is time saved upon time allowed into, again, hours worked. वहां पे hours work नहीं था because the bonus rate was high. So hours worked again into rate per hour. Hours worked again into rate per hour. Getting it? So I'll repeat. Hours worked into the rate per hour. Hours worked into the rate per hour, which is normal, plus time saved upon time allowed into hours worked into rate per hour. So see, this is normal, but this is the entire bonus part. So normal earning plus the bonus, that will give you the total earning. So here first you have to take the incentive के लिए proportion of time saved to time allowed, that is the percentage, into the hours worked into rate per hour. Halsey में hours worked second part में नहीं होता था. It was 50 upon 100 into time saved, where we wrote time allowed minus actual hours into the rate per hour. But here it is proportion of time saved to time allowed into hours worked. Okay, sure. Now let's see the question, second question, extra question which is there attached below the video. क्या था? 1 minute, sorry. Yeah. From the following information, calculate the earnings of a worker under Rowan system. Actual hours worked 35, time allowed 40, rate per hour 40. Okay, second sum. Let's substitute. Earnings. Hours worked. Actual hours कितना है? 35. Rate per hour 40. Actual hours worked 35. Rate per hour 40. Plus time saved. We did this in the previous sum also, but previous sum we wrote time allowed minus hours worked. Here in the formula it is time saved. It is that only. See how many hours he has worked? 35. How much he was allotted? 40. So my time saved will be 40 minus 35, that is 5. Next step I'll write 5. So time saved is time allowed minus actual hours or hours work, what we did in the previous sum, upon time allowed. Time allowed is 40 in proportion to the normal. That means this is your bonus and the amount will be this in proportion to your normal earnings. So what I'll do? Into hours work again. Kitna? 35 into the rate per hour 40. 35 into the rate per hour, that is 40. Okay, sure. Let's substitute now. So 35 into 40, that is 1400. 35 into 40, 1400. 40 minus 35, that is 5 upon 40 into 35 into 40 gives you 1400. Substituting further, 1400 plus, so this gives you 175. How 175? 5 divided by 40 into 1400, 175. So conclusion interpretation is this: normal earnings 1400 plus the bonus 175. Normal earnings 1400 plus the bonus 175. So this gives you 1575. So therefore my earnings under Rowan system or Rowan plan is 1575. I'll repeat, Rowan system में total earnings for the worker, as I mentioned earlier, expense for us will be income for the worker. 1400 normal earnings, whatever he produces, उसने अगर 35 आवर्स काम किया है तो हमें उसको 35 आवर्स का पेमेंट करना ही है at the rate of 40. So normal earnings plus the bonus gives you total earnings of 1575. Gives you total earnings of 1575. Got it? So I discussed the concept of labor cost. We did first, that is Halsey plan, and then we did second, that is Rowan plan. Let me check the duration. Okay, it's already half an hour, so I'll do one thing. I'll just stop here because let it be as an introductory lecture only. So you all, just before we meet in the next class, please listen to my explanation carefully. I've discussed Halsey and Rowan incentive plan both. See the video carefully, understand the logic of the formula what I explained to you, and as I told. Whether you do or no, it's your choice, but in your interest, in the interest of student, I would suggest, I'm again repeating what I said, last page of the book or anywhere where you want, in your own handwriting, write all the formulas of this chapter at one place, so it will be easier to remember. There are very few formulas. These are the two main. Baki tumko more or less diya rahega. But whatever, let it be these two formulas or what is going to come ahead. Write everything at one place, so it will be easier for you all to remember. आगे जाके in certain plans में, in few cases the information will be given in the question only, so it will be easier for you all to remember. Okay guys, so that's it. This was a basic session of labor cost where we discuss Halsey and Rowan, and as I mentioned, next few videos will be only on Halsey and Rowan with few calculation, and after that we'll take few other points along with Halsey Rowan, and slowly different varieties will come. Again, a very simple chapter, only thing is few things are to be remembered. That's it guys. See you all in the next class where we'll continue further with Halsey and Rowan. Till then, take care guys.